on dividends here. Here to make the estimate video. So everyone, they seem to enjoy this, and I like, giving my best guesstimate as well. So let's just get to it. What you see here is my spreadsheet of the YieldMax funds. It has a lot of information, but right away I'll start with the estimates because most of you are probably here to see that. But then after that, I'm gonna get into what funds are actually at the best, discount. So when you do get paid, it'll at least show you what the best opportunity to buy is. So let's get right down to it. Let me zoom in. There you go. Squeeze it in. All right, so TSLY. I'll leave up December, January, and then I'll put up what I believe to be my February, best guess estimate. So TSLY, if I go back to my spreadsheet, to the payment tab, TSLY made about 54 cents per share. Keeping in mind, declaration date is Tuesday, so there could be money made Monday, not much, so it's not worth waiting. But in the end, they made about 54 cents a share, or at least that's what I calculated. So I think, they're gonna wanna keep it in the 50-cent range, and I think they may just hold some back, which is why I decided with a 52-cent payment. That's a yield of 69%, so almost at the 70% range, which is very good. But at the same time, even a high 40-cent range would still yield a respectable amount. But this is their flagship, this is their main fund. So I'm really thinking they had a perfect month, so they're going to reward us as part of that, and they're going to pay us 52 cents. So again, this is a guesstimate, we'll call it, because it's actually, there's some data behind it. Everything else is just a guess. TSLY and CONY, I have actual data to look at, but the rest of it, who knows? Like OARC, for example, December 24 cents, January 31. I'm just going to say 35 because again, OARC owns Tesla and a bunch of other funds that are doing pretty well. So I'm going to give them a 35-cent estimate, which is a 32% yield. If we look at AMZY, they paid 46 and then they paid 56. So I'm going to guess somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to say 48 cents, which is a very respectable yield of 31%. However, historically, if you look, they have a good month and a bad month, right? Look. So they had, they started off 28 cents, then 63, 55, that was good. But then bad month, then good month, 47, and then bad month, and then good month, and then pretty good month. So I think they may, we are due for a bad month. So in reality, I probably should guess a much lower amount, but I have to give them their due. They've been doing pretty good. So I'm going to respectfully give them 48 cents. AMZY, last 2 months, 50 cents, 62 cents. I just, I see them doing, I don't know as a stock, again, I'm not following these funds as closely, but I have to think they did pretty well, and I'm going to give them a 65 cent, which is, it's a 30% yield. It's not nothing crazy. So hopefully it's more though. AMZY, one of my favorites. They paid 46 cents December, 36 cents January. And I'm not going to lie, I put 55 cents because I'm hoping it's at least 55 cents. So out of my own selfishness, that is my guess. And that is what I want it to be at minimum. All right, the next batch. Facebook. I think that 98 cents, I just think that was a fluke. They had a really good month. They actually had a really good day on Friday. I think they were up 20%. So in reality, they could close out I don't know what their synthetic is at, but I'm sure they're making money on it. If they close that out Monday, they could technically use that money to add towards this distribution. But, why do that if they had a decent month? So again, let's just look at the last 3 months, 48 cents, 59 cents, and then 98 cents. I think they'll pay around the 60-cent mark, which is a yield of 30%. GUI. Nothing fun, nothing crazy with GUI. They're pretty consistent. I think they'll stay in the 20-cent range, 28 cents though, almost 30. That's an 18% yield. NEFLY, 79 cents, then 79 cents. So what are we gonna get? Unfortunately, I think we're gonna get 70 cents. I hate to say it, I'm a big Netflix guy, but I think November. Look, we got 43, so it's bound to happen. So yeah, 70 cents would yield 43%. Hope I'm wrong. Hope it goes the other direction, upwards. All right, CONY. So if I go to my spreadsheet, my CONY spreadsheet, and I go to payment, they made $1.60 per share. Okay, $1.60. So last month, what'd they pay? $2.69. So if we go to here, I actually think, looking at the last 2 months' payments, they're going to pay out the most that they can. So I think they're going to pay the full $1.60, which is a 92% yield. And do I hope they do? Of course I do. Do I hope they pay more? Not really. I hope they pay $1.60 or within that range, plus or minus a little. So we'll see though. If we look at the last from the beginning, $1.20, then $2.46, $2.69. Keep in mind these $2 ranges. This is when they were making bank on the synthetic. So, they have not been making banks. So this is why we're in the dollar range again, which is okay. All right, DSO, everyone's favorite. 42 cents, 56 cents, and then I'm going to predict 40 cents, 22% yield. They're unpredictable too, but I just think, they're a little less exciting. But I think a 40-cent distribution would be a very, very good one for them. Next batch, MSFO, one of the more safe, funds, because the underlying is obviously safe and doing very well. My prediction, actually, you know what? I have to raise this prediction because Microsoft has been on a tear. So let's just look backwards. All right, they were paying 27 cents, 37 cents, 78 cents, 51 cents. They should at least pay, I'm thinking, I'm going to give them maybe 62 cents. I'd say 31. You know what? Give them 65. 33% yield. Because I'm guessing the stock was going up, so they probably made a lot of money on their synthetic. So is that enough, man? I think we're in for a surprise from Microsoft. So I gotta give them more, man. I gotta go all in here. There we go. That's looking better. Screw it. I'm thinking MSFO. Again, I'm not following as closely. I'm not really following it at all, honestly. I just saw the stock has been going up, so I'm guessing they made some money on the synthetic. So I think the surprise one, which, it's not a huge surprise, but I think they'll make 75 cents, which is a 38% yield. All right. Again, guys, don't buy this because what I say. They'll declare it, and you'll still have that day to buy in before ex-dividend date. So, do not do anything based on what I say, please. Because as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. We're guessing numbers here. So it's all for fun. Zomo. I seriously want to buy this fund, but I'm holding back. But what do we got? 19 cents January, 31 cents. 19 cents December, 31 cents January. I think it'll be 27 cents, which is an 18% yield. Nothing crazy, but still respectable. JPMO, stupid bank stock, 20 cents, 24 cents. I think it'll stay in that range. Give them 25 cents, 14% yield. AMDY, 44 cents and then 141. So what is going to happen? I think they'll stay above $1 and they'll pay $1.05, 54% yield. PP, everyone's PP. 51 cents and then 56 cents. And then here we are this month. I think they'll stick to it. 57 cents, 35% yield. That's good. All right, so that we're getting to the end. We'll leave PP in the view. SQY, they paid at $2.14 and then they went down last month to $1.61. So I think they'll stay at $1.55. It could be more though. I could be off. I actually would not be surprised if it's decent size more. But I think an 87% yield is really good. So I'll go with $1.55. MRNY, $2.65. I think that was flukish. So I'm gonna, let's mellow them out to the $1.35 range, which is a 79% yield, which I had trouble doing that. But I went to their 30-day IV. And look, 54%. It's just below SQY. It's above TSLY's, 30-day IV. So I got to give them. I got to give them it, man. 79% yield. Last but not least, AIYY. Their first distribution last month was $1.34. So I think they'll beat that. I think they'll pay $1.40, which is a 99% yield. And if you ask me why, again, I'll go to the 30-day, because implied volatility means everything. Not everything, but a lot of it. Because look at this, 81%. That's more than CONY. So, you got to give it to them, man. Assuming they didn't screw up the options too bad, and it's not been on a downwards trend, losing money on the synthetic left and right. But we'll see. So yeah, those are my predictions. Everything in gray, just so you guys know. These are funds that I've been adding that I thought would come to fruition. Actually, YieldMax and YMAG do exist. But they're not on the same schedule as the YieldMax funds. They actually declare at a different time. I don't know if I'll do an estimate for them because, I guess I could just for fun. Maybe I'll throw it on a daily video or whatnot. But yeah, they're on a different schedule, which is why they're not part of this. All right, guys. So those are my estimates. So the big ones you guys care about, TSLY, I think is 52 cents, and CONY, I think is $1.60. I know a lot of you also care about SQY. I think $1.55. And AIYY is probably a big popular one now, $1.40. Okay. Now, let's get to the other stuff I spoke of. All right, so I have a lot of information on this this spreadsheet. But I want to show you what the best deal is. So I have here's all the underlyings for the stock, and then I have the underlying price, and then right here I have the underlying value, okay? And the column H will show you, in purple, what the value is, if it's at a high, or if it's closer to the high, or if it's closer to the low. And then the percentage of how close it is, to the low. So percentage from the low, it says. So if you look first, Tesla, right? For, TSLY obviously follows Tesla. Tesla is actually towards the low. They're 24% away from their 52-week low, which was about $152. So if you're wanting to buy TSLY, this is not a bad time. TSLY's obviously been going down overall, but as you can see, the underlying was going down. So now the underlying is nearing a 52-week low. I don't know if they'll hit that, but this may be the closest they get, but who knows? Let's scroll down to the others. OARC is closer to the high. Apple's closer to the high. NVIDIA is closer to the high. Amazon, same thing. Meta, same thing. Alphabet, same thing. Meta jumped. Look at that, man. Where is Meta? 474. Wow. I don't know if they jumped after hours or during hours. I forget. Either way, Alphabet at the high. Netflix at the high. Coinbase at the high. I mean, not at the high, but closer to the high. Disney still at a low, man. 46% away from the low. So Disney's price is 97. The 52-week low is 78. It's not really a great deal, but it's still closer to the low. Microsoft, not surprised, closer to the high. It's almost at the high. Exxon still towards the low. 52-week low is $95. Underlying price 101. 24% away. So that Zomo's a good time to buy. It's always a good time to buy, and I'm gonna keep waiting. Probably miss out on it. J.P. Morgan closer to the high. AMD closer to the high. PP still on sale here. Get a sip of water. 52-week low, $50. Underlying price, 62. So that's 32% away from the 52-week low. Block is closer to the high. And then last but not least, Moderna and AIYY are actually closer to the low. 30% away and then 25% away. So that's a good time to buy. So who is on discount? Who am I showing is on discount because their underlying is on discount? AIYY, MRNY, PP, Zomo, XOMO, DISO, DISO, and everyone's favorite problem child, TSLY. A couple, some other information we got here. 30-day IV. Who sticks out the most? Who's the highest IV? I believe it's AIYY. Yes, it is. 81%. Next is likely CONY, 75%. Then next is, I think it was PP. Look at that. PP. 47%. Wow. Or no. Wait. SQY and then MRNY and then PP. Squeeze 58%, 30-day IV. MRNY 54%. PP 47%. AMDY 42%. DSO is even 32%. AMZY is only 24%. We got to get that number up, AMZY. People are getting too comfortable buy and hold. No one's selling. All right, what do we got here? NVIDIA 46%. Yeah. TSLY 40%. Weak sauce, man. But yeah, because again, with a higher implied volatility, that means you'll get a better premium price. So that's good. And then they don't have to sell that far or that close to the money. And then I have obviously the underlying value and what these ETFs are priced at if they're towards the low. TSLY, ORC, and APLY are closer to their low. NVIDIA, AMZY, Phoebe are not. GUI is closer to its low. NEFLY is not. CONY is closer to its low. This is 52-week high and low. DSO and MSFO. DSO is actually closer to its high. Wow. MSFO closer to its high. ZOMO closer to its low. JPMO, AMD closer to its high. And then the last four, PP, SQY, MRNY, and AIYY closer to their low. Wow. So, a lot of information there. I know a lot of could be discounts. So hopefully we'll get paid pretty handsomely next week. And then you guys can decide, are you going to buy into these funds? Are you going to buy into YieldMax, YMAG? Or are you going to buy into Defiance? Or maybe just buy into SCHD and other safe ETFs. That's also an option as well. So yeah, that's all I got. That's my estimate. Hope you had fun with it. I hope, maybe I'm close, maybe I'm not. But either, guys, it doesn't matter. I don't care. People always say, oh, man, if you get this right, your channel's going to blow up. I mean, not really, because it doesn't matter if I get it right. It doesn't matter if I get it wrong. So I don't need credit if I got anything right, and I don't need bitching if I got it wrong. So again, it's just a guess. So let's have fun with it. And then let's have fun in the comments. Pick a fund. Give me your best guess. Or if you think I'm right on any of these, please let me know. So yeah, that's the guess. That's the guesstimate for the month. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button as always. But yeah, any questions, concerns, or you want to announce your estimates, please leave them in the comments, okay? All right, I got to go. And hopefully I can get a nice jog in today. Sun's out, but it's freezing, which sucks. But I'm training for a half marathon. Hopefully, I don't know why I signed up for this, but it is what it is. Just another way to keep in shape. But anyway, let me go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care and have a great weekend. Later.